Hello everybody, it's me. Welcome back to the video. Now, in this video, I am going to be talking about 7 Loomians that I would personally love to see get soul bursts. I'll definitely talk about more, but I'm just going to do these 7 for now. And a few of them are probably going to be jokes. Don't take all of them seriously, but I'm going to explain my reasoning. Okay? Now, first one up. Terrafly. I personally think Terrafly should get its soul burst. Mostly because if we look here, like, let's look at this, right? Look at these stats. They're very, very mediocre. It really reminds you of Beedrill from, wait, this is a 7. It really reminds you of Beedrill from Pokemon. Now, if they were to do this, they could probably not make it, like, literally just like Beedrill. Probably, like, boost its defenses up to, like, you could do, like, 90 something range defense and like 100 melee defense with like 137 melee attack, and then rest of stats just like you could lower this down 10 or something and then boost all the other stats if you really wanted to. That seems like something you could probably do, and it would work. Plus Terrafly, since it got rough up, you could use this kind of set, or you could provoke barbs. You could still use it in any other way that you want. But I think that it deserves one, because it's been in the shadows for quite a while. Cinemoth outclasses it because of Magnify and the fact that it's quicker and can actually has like instead of like just barbs and just dealing a lot of damage. In reality, you can just swap Inventation and Frost Beam your dreams away, or you can just use Geyser if you don't have Frost Beam. But yeah, I think Terrafly deserves a soul burst, and I'm pretty excited to see if it actually does get one. The next one. Now for this next one, I wanted to do Crocodile. Now, if we look at Crocodile, that's also pretty mediocre. Decent health, amazing energy, terrible, actually really good melee attack, actually. Decent melee defense, terrible range attack, and decent range defense. Like, it's all good. It's all defensive. This is old. Don't judge me. This is the only one that I had. I used it. This is like the first Loomian I ever made as a PvP. Yeah. Crocodile. Now, if it was to get it, it could go... Is it Crocodile I know you or you? Let me check real quick. I actually don't know. I don't care. I'm just pretending it's in Yu. If it gets a Mega Evolution, you could boost this up to like 111, and bump this down to like 90 energy or something. Maybe not 90 energy. Maybe something like 110 energy. Get rid of 15 and then put 15 into this, so you get 100 base health, and you have 110 energy. And then you could boost the defenses from there. Maybe even give it range attack. And you could like, or you could completely destroy its defenses and just boost it all into speed, making it like a fast offensive presence. It really, you could do anything with it, but I think if it was to become more of a wall, it could be used way more. And I'm definitely, if it started becoming a wall, I would probably use it. Probably use it again, because that sounds really fun. Because Crocodile I used to use a lot to defend my entire team. And honestly, it is probably one of my favorite Loomians. It's a sleeping volcano. It's freaking awesome. I'm gonna start using it actually. I love Crocodile. I don't know why I stopped using it. Crocodile is really fun. Yeah, Crocodile should get one. Make it more bulky, or you can make it a fast offensive presence. It's up to you. But yes, next one. The next one I want to talk about is Gasstroke. Now you guys probably saw this one coming. Now I can show you set that I had on this. If you judge me, to scream. Ta-da! I made this a while back when I was afraid of Hunder. Now, let me explain. So, I made this when Hunder was a thing, you know, back in October. Slimy. I don't know what was I doing? I'm gonna be honest, why did I think this was a good idea? I don't even know what I was thinking. This is not... Anyway, yes. Gasstroke. Now, if we look at this, good health, decent energy, terrible range attack, no, melee attack, no, decent melee attack, That's decent. And decent range defense and okay speed. What do we see here that sucks? As what are most melee attackers? If we think about it, most melee attackers are either Bug or Dark, not including Mutagon. And Mutagon could use Frost Punch for Gasstroke if he wanted to, but yeah, it struggles. It struggles quite a lot. If it was to get a Mega Evolution, you could just boost, like, you could take away a bunch of melee attack and boost it in defense, lower its range defense, and make it into you can make it into, let's say, it's not working. You could move this down to like 1 or 99, move it down to 99 or do 100, and then take away like 30 of that and boost it all into melee defense, making it like 100 with this kind of health and some, maybe chunk some other stuff in it, like some range attack. And then it'd be really good if that happened. Like, it'd be a really hard wall to break, along with like photosynthesis, Briar Block. It'd be a very good wall. I think Gasstroke could become really viable then, but unfortunately it would still get countered pretty easily by stuff like Festifer if you are not running Slime. Like I say, Festifer could literally destroy this. Status would absolutely destroy this. You could run Dust, but you can't run Dust if you're going to run Mega Evolution or the Soul Burst. But yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. This one. And the next one we're going to look at is, boom, Tatab. Now, if we look at Tatab, I just threw an item on this, don't worry, it's not what I use. Now, if we look at Tatab and look at its stats, we're thinking, what was I thinking? If we look at it, we're going to see a heavy, right? Use Awakening with very brawny, probably. But if we look at this, look at its coverage. Gobademic, like any toxic type, just destroys you. It's unfortunate, but every toxic type just destroys you. You don't have any coverage versus it. But if you're to get that kind of coverage, then you could use the paralysis and stuff, and you'd be very powerful. But if we're looking at this, stats are already really good. It just lacks defensive utility. So, honestly, I'm not sure what I was thinking about Tatab. Probably you could give it the Mega Evolution, or the Soul Burst. You could bump this up to like 150 or something, and then you could bump this up to like 114. Not enough to where it can outspeed 100. Not enough. Or like 115. So it's like just barely eclipsing. Someone just rang on the doorbell? There's my dog. Okay, hold on. Okay, it's resolved. Now, as I was saying before Roscoe didn't interrupt me, right, Roscoe? Now, if you bump this up to 150, you get this 115, you could boost its range defense by a little bit, or you could boost its range attack and give this like 126. No, that'd be 46, and you couldn't do that. Give that like maybe it's like a solid base 100 range attack with like 135, and that would be a decent mixed attacker with 115 speed. Boost its range defense by a little bit, and then boom, you've got a really powerful Soul Burst, because then it would be able to nuke on both sides of the spectrum, give it a ranged brawler move, and maybe give it Mud Spatter on the update, so it can hit toxic types, but not too hard. Vanilla would still be able to wall it out, but not Vanilla can't wall. Unless you're running like Robust, Clever, then you're not gonna wall it out. Vanilla is hard. That seems like it could work as a Soul Burst, because Tatab doesn't help as it just type, or Stratosaur. No, Stratosaur. Obsi gets to come in. Ventation can't come in. I don't know. Tatab is an interesting Loomian, and honestly, I'm not sure what I was thinking about giving it this, because I was just waiting to reveal the last 3. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get into the next one. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about, Simon. Now, if we look at Simon, or Shachi if you want to call it, if you look at these stats, they're not the best. If we look at this, 79 health, 91 energy is a perfect energy stat. That's really good. Terrible melee attack. Why do I get saying range attack? Bad melee defense. That's not even worse than Gasstroke. Good range attack, decent range defense, and speed. Right? That's all good. But then it literally only has one niche of just either setting up Peace of Mind and then spamming these attacks, or using like a very smart, frail, sluggish one with 0 speed UPs, and then you set up in a pace, and then you get sweep. I don't know. It has those two things. Very smart with Baffle could be decent, but think about it. If it got that, you could boost its speed, make it the frailest attacker in the world, to where this thing is at like 150. This is at like 120, like 120 or something, right? Put that like 120. You could use like a very nimble Shachi with Mega, but then nerf these keep this at 42, but nerf this down to like 50 or like 52. Make it like terrible, or you boost this up to like, or you boost that up to like 50 and then nerf this to like, nah, keep that there, nerf this down to like 36, so then probably gonna get range attack. Keep it at, if you keep it at 120, then Smart Nimble would not be able to outspeed a Protogon. You might be able to KO it, and you could nerf its health, and like just give it these two stats. Make it a nuclear attacker. That'd be awesome. Like, plus devs, you could make this green, and then make that like freaking red down, and then a purple symbol could appear here. Anyway, I think that could be pretty fun. Definitely would make Shachi way more terrifying if it was to indeed get its soul burst off. Like if you were to swap in on something that it can threaten, it's not going to stay in, like Festifer, for example. Pyrokinesis scares it out. So realistically, you could go for your soul burst, Peace of Mind. You just won. If you're very nimble, nothing's gonna outspeed you. You just won. That definitely seems like it could be a viable niche, and it could make Simon or Shachi really, really, really freaking good. It's probably one of the more broken soul bursts if you think about it, because it'd be like the fastest range attacker. Plus, it has a boosting move. Pretty powerful. Its ability could change, but yeah. Anyway, that seems like a good one. Get into the next one. Next one I'm thinking is Theo. You guys probably know what the next one's gonna be, but if we're looking at, let's look at this. Let's look at the stats. 6 health, not the best. 81 energy is okay. 85. That's, if you look at it, all the stats are like mediocre. And then look at the speed. It's like, oh god, that is very fast. And if we look at the coverage, you got Barbs, Mega Punch, Promise Slash, I usually just use Barbs sometimes if I want to, but I'm gonna swap it out soon. But if we're looking at this, Thorogo needs help, basically. Thorogo needs a lot of help. Now, what they could do, most likely, is give it the Soul Burst, right? And then, same thing as Shachi, like, boost this speed up to, like, 130, like, give it 14 more speed, boost this up to, like, 115, so it's, like, a really fast offensive presence, that, or make it, or give it Elemental Burst and Dark Surge. Jamiy, you could do that. You should do that. You should definitely do that. And then you could probably boost these defenses by just probably not boost them, probably like lower them down to something like I'd say 55 and like 62 probably, and then the rest into like energy or range attack if you just don't want to do anything else. You could keep the health the same, or you could buff it up to something like 75 or 76. Make it a little bulkier, but it would still die to like light type attacks, and it has good coverage, but Ventation still can wall it, but it would definitely take a lot of damage, and just make sure, like, I think Thorogo is a viable choice, because sadly it's either the worst or the second worst fossil, but I still love using it. I'm gonna use it in the YouTuber tournament. I'm gonna use the trio in the YouTuber tournament, and nobody can stop me. Yes. Anyway, last one. Now, the last one is probably not the most obvious thing in the world. Alvin. Now, if we're looking at Alvin, let's look at these stats. They're already really freaking good. Now, Alvin's only here for the memes, because I really could not think of who else to bring, because I feel like those 6 that I showed would be really viable choices. But if we're looking at it, then it's a viable choice. Like, look at this. Like, I think not a viable. I'm saying Alvin's not a viable choice at all. Don't give Crocodile Soul Burst. I know Jamie's not going to, but Jamie, if you are, here's what you should do: boost this up to 124. No, boost it up to like 126. Like, find the perfect base stat to where Zulung will not fail that speed and number Crocodile, and then you could boost the melee attack and boost. Go to like 120 here. Go to like 100 here, and then it could be used as a solid mixed attacker and give it like decent melee coverage. Maybe give it like what about Hydro Slash? Ooh, you could use like a mixed Crocodile. That'd be sick. Maybe you could boost this up to like 63 or 59 if you wanted to. Keep the defenses exactly the same. They're already really good. Or you could switch them around so you have to invest more into range defense. So Protagons do not get range attack on you. Yeah, I think it would definitely be good then. That Protagon is not already really, really good. I think it would be even better than it is, but then you wouldn't get walled up by a stupid toad. But yes, I think that would be a decent buff. Probably not needed. I really did not know who else to put here. I thought about doing Tyrex, but literally everyone else is doing Tyrex, and I was like, okay, this is not good. So yeah, overall, I think that these choices would definitely be viable options for Soul Bursts. I really want Crocodile to be a Soul Burst. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely seems like a really fun and it definitely seems like a fun choice. But yes. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy, smash like and subscribe. It is helpful. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.